we start again, and you just remember that there is no such thing as public interest litigation in criminal law. Criminal law, the concept of public interest litigation is not there. But as a responsible citizen of the country, as a conscious person of the country, if you see any form of some cognizable offense being committed or is about to be committed, you are in a position to, it is your duty to inform the police or the magistrate on duty for taking proper and appropriate action in the matter. You cannot initiate a case or initiate judicial proceedings in a court of law, but you can at least inform the police or the magistrate on duty if you see any possibility of some cognizable offense is to be committed or is about to be committed, then you are obliged as a responsible citizen to inform the police and or the magistrate on duty. As a matter of fact, the magistrate will definitely take proper and appropriate action in that matter. You cannot do anything, but when you inform the police or the magistrate, definitely they will take appropriate action to stop the offense from being happened or committed. As a matter of fact, the responsibility is of the state to protect the people from being offended by crimes and take actions against the offenders or criminals. You have understood? It is the duty of the administration of the state to protect the people from being offended by crimes or take actions against those offenders and criminals. It must be also kept in mind that public interest litigation is not a litigation of adversary character undertaken for the purpose of holding the state government or its officers for making reparation. Don't think that way. Nobody will or should initiate a public interest litigation just to hold the state government and its officers for making reparation. That will be a very wrong concept. Public interest litigation actually involves a corroborative and cooperative effort on the part of the state government and its officers for the purpose of human rights, for the purpose of restoring human rights and make the human rights more meaningful for the weaker sections of the community. It marks a step forward in the direction reaching socio-economic justice to the deprived and vulnerable sections of the community in the country. Now, here, I want to make it very clear to you. If you are asked, is there any relationship between PIL and legal aid? The answer is yes. Legal aid, if you are asked that question, you are supposed to define, not exactly define, express the meaning of legal aid. Legal aid is given actually to the poor who cannot afford to initiate judicial proceedings to restore their rights if their rights are violated because of their lack of knowledge, or because of their illiteracy, or because of the lack of money. In that case, legal aid may be provided to the poor. So there is a very big relationship between PIL and legal aid. Then you also know PIL. What is PIL? PIL is a kind of litigation for the restoration of the legal liabilities or rights of a class of community where the community may have some pecuniary interest. So first of all, you will have to say about what is legal aid. Then you will have to say about the public interest litigation, and you will have to show the relationship. As I told you now, that public interest litigation involves a corroborative and cooperative effort on the part of the state governments and its officers for the restoration of human rights, for the purpose of human rights meaningful for the weaker sections of the community. It marks a step, again I repeat the line, it marks a step forward in the direction reaching socio-economic justice to the deprived and vulnerable sections of the humanity in the